What's going on YouTube? This is Luke from Vapor's Corner, and today we're going to be reviewing the Smok X Cube 2 160 watt temp control device. I'm just going to read the specifications real quick, then we're going to dive up close and look at it some more. It's a 100 millimeter by 60 by 24 millimeters. This is a 25 millimeter tank, and it just overhangs a little. It's 238 grams. It's heavy. You get a nice big mod in your hand. It's a little heavy though, on the heavier side. I was driving this morning and I was realizing how heavy it was when you're holding it. I'm realizing how heavy it is right now. It's a nice solid mod in your hand though. It's very easy to fire. The output power is 6 to 160 watts, so you get plenty of power. The ohm loads are in temp mode, it goes from 0.06 to 3, anywhere between. And for wattage mode, it goes from 0.1 ohm to 3 ohm. So you get a wide variety. You can build it all the way down to 0.1. It's made of zinc alloy and stainless steel. It's a very nice finish. It's a fingerprint magnet, if you can see. Sorry to blind you with the light, but so you can see it's kind of fingerprinty. Not as bad as it usually is. The Smok X Cube, a fantastic 160 watt Bluetooth device. This thing does have Bluetooth connectivity, which is very nice. I have it set up to my phone, but I'm recording off my phone, so I can't really go in depth about the Bluetooth. So I would love to do more about the Bluetooth because that's one of the really nice features about this device, but I can't right now. But to get to know this device a little bit better, we're going to dive up close. Alright, here we are with the Smok X Cube. I'm going to open the packaging and then we're going to review the device. So you slide this off, pull this out, and your X Cube will be sitting there. Slide this out and you get some extra stuff. You get the user's manual, which is very helpful for this device, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. You get the 6-month warranty card after the purchase date, which is nice. Firmware upgrade cable, not for charging whatsoever, just for firmware upgrades so you can keep this thing up to date. And you get a Smok carrying case so you don't scratch up your very nice device. You can buy these devices online for $60 to $90. I got mine from my local vape shop for $90. So I think it's a fair price for a 160 watt temp control device. We're gonna check her out real quick. You're gonna unscrew your tank or whatever you have on here. I have a nickel tank in here to test out the temp control of the device, and I'll be talking about the temp control more in the video. So here's your top. You have a spring loaded 510. You can see it moving a little. Spring loaded. You have your wattage up, wattage down, wattage up, wattage down. Nice clicky buttons. The fire button's nice and clicky. It's not clunky at all. You have your back door, which slides and then pops out of place. So it's nice. It's got magnets. The springs on this are very large and they don't catch your batteries, but they make a very good connection. And you have this very nice ribbon over here to get your batteries out without catching them. I'm going to slide this back on. It's a nice device. Juice gets like stuck up top, but this screen up here is just a concern with a lot of people. Is that the screen, if you leak juice, it would go into the screen and short the mod out, but the screen is sealed off, so no juice can get in there. As you can see, there's a little bit of juice around here, but none going into the screen. You have your fire button, your fire switch, which you press. No atomizer, blinks red. No atomizer. I'm going to read you some of the safety features that the Smok has, and then I'm going to explain why this manual is so helpful. So, safety features. If you have too many volts pushing through it, it'll stop. If you have too low of batteries, if you ohm too high, if you ohm too low, if you don't have anything on there, it'll pop up a check atomizer. If there's a short circuit, it won't fire. And if it's too hot, it'll say overheating. So, the user's manual is very helpful because when I first got this device, I was like, wow, this screen is ridiculous and the menu is super hard to navigate through. But once you read through this, it walks you right through how to use it. So I'm going to show you how to work the screen real quick. 1, 2, 3 accesses your screens, and then to access, well, you have Bluetooth, you have mode, LED, puffs, settings, and power. So say you want to activate your Bluetooth, you hold it down, and then you switch. You just click it to switch everything and hold it to actually like activate the mode. So say I want to turn Bluetooth on, hold it, and the Bluetooth is on, as you can see right there. So it's a nice device. We're going to screw on the nickel tank, and we're going to talk about it some more. Alright, so it's in wattage mode. To change it to temp mode, you want to fire the button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You want to go to mode. You want to hold it down. And that's memory mode, watt mode, and temp mode. I'm going to turn to temp mode. And then you have the settings for like the power going through it. Normal, hard, max, min, soft. I like to run mine on normal. And you can run your nickel. And you can check the degrees. So 400 degrees Fahrenheit. See how she vapes. There's a problem. And this is what happens with every new atomizer you screw on there. I'll pop up the new coil setting. So you just want to hit yes. And then it locks in your new resistance for each coil. This one you can see down here, ohming at 0.0, or not 0.0, 0.14 for a nickel head. So it's a temp control. The temp control on this device works very well, but I found that if you go above 450-ish, it tastes really dry, which I don't think a nickel coil head's supposed to be running that high. So I run it around 425 and 400 degrees. I get a good vape out of it. So we're gonna go back to normal view, vape on it a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap up this video. Alright, so we're back up top with the Smok X Cube 2, and this is Jake joining the video. We're just gonna talk about it, vape on a little bit, see the power going through it. So this is set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna screw on an atomizer in a minute to show you the wattage mode. It's a nice device. I'm running the Sigeli 150 over here, and that thing is just crazy with all the technology they're putting in it. And for the price, it's a good mod. Yeah, you can get one for $90. $90 bucks. I already went over the price point. The Sigelis are still $100, so it's a good device. Yeah, you can buy a Sigeli 150 for $100 and like I think $15, $120 when you can buy a Smok X Cube 2 with Bluetooth and everything, all the new features, all the firmware updates that's going to be in here for $90. So I don't think you can really beat that price. And if you want to order online, you can get it even cheaper. Yeah, it's like I've seen it for about $60 online, so it's crazy cheap for all the technology and how quality it is. Yeah, it's a very quality box. The only gripe I have about it is this back door kind of moves on you a little bit, but I don't really notice it. Sometimes it moves, but it's not the biggest end of the world, not going to buy the device kind of con. And it has this fire light. And I'm just going to show you how the temp control works before I screw on an atomizer, an RDA, to run it in normal wattage mode. So you have it set to your degrees, and you hit the fire button. Once it reaches that fire button, it says temp protected, so it won't fire. Like it'll keep firing, but it won't go any hotter. So you're gonna get a nice vape, and it's gonna not dry out. I have not gotten a dry hit on temp control unless I've pushed the temp too high. So I'm gonna screw on an atomizer, and I'll be right back to talk about the wattage mode. Alright, so we're back here with the Bale V1 screwed on it. Sorry if there's a glare, I have my window open. We have the Bale V1 screwed on it. I'm going to show you how to go from temp mode to wattage mode. So hit the fire button 3 times. Go into your mode. Hold it down, and you can change between these. I run it in wattage mode. I like to run everything on normal. And then it goes to wattage. This thing goes all the way from 6 watts to 160 watts. Right. Hit it and show you guys the 80 watts of. You get enough power out of it. It runs very nice. The temp control works very well. The wattage mode works very well. Overall, it's a very nice mod, and it's very nice in your hand. It's a little heavy. It's on the heavier side of devices, but I don't really mind that. There is this, if you can hear, when you shake it, the buttons on the top kind of make a rattling noise. I mean, that could be a con. I don't really like that about it. That's like the only real bad like con I don't like about it is the buttons.
It's not nothing to discourage you from
Yeah,
buying the
it's
mod.
still a very nice mod. There's just like little things like this back door, the shaking of the buttons, the fingerprints. If you really don't like fingerprints all over your mod, as you can see, let me fingerprint this up. Fingerprints on it. The best part about this mod is this switch though.
It's pretty cool.
I like the switch. It's very nice in your hand. You know how you hold a mod like that, and you're usually trying to find the button. This one you just squeeze it. You wanna, yeah, like that. You try and find the button, and you're like trying to find a button. This one you just throw it in your hand, squeeze it, and it fires up fine. It has a ramp up time just like every regulated device, so it's not really a gripe on it either. It's a nice device. I like it a lot. It's a 160 watt temp control. It's got Bluetooth connectivity. It's a very high tech device, and for the price, you can't really beat that. It's $90. So this has been the review of the X Cube 2. I give it probably 1.5 thumbs up. Probably a 4.5 out of 5. It's a very nice device. Everything on it works very well. One of the things that would have to almost discourage me from buying it is the menu screens are very hard to get used to because they're very different. But I watched the Rip Trippers review on the X Cube, and I went through the booklet, and the booklet and the review just helped me get through the menu screens. And this menu screen, once you get used to it, it's a lot faster than changing through a lot of other ones, which is another really good pro.
And you can use your phone. Using your phone, you can just change everything. So
Yeah.
even if you don't understand the menu completely at first, you can just use it on your phone.
Yeah. The Bluetooth is a very nice added thing to it. You'd think of it as more gimmicky, but it actually adds a very nice touch to the mod where you can change everything very fast if you don't want to fiddle with the menus.
Yeah, it makes it feel a little bit more personalized.
Yeah, and you can change your LED color to whatever you want. I have it set to red. I just like the red, but you can do any color, and you can also do like a rainbow where if you hit it, it'll do like red, green, blue, and it'll just keep going. So, X Cube 2. Box.
I'd give it 2 thumbs up. It's a very good mod.
It's a nice device, nice packaging, comes with a carrying case and everything, but you get the device, and the device is very nice. So, it's a very good mod. I have to give it 2 thumbs up. Temp control and everything works great. So, this has been the review of the X Cube 2. If you like what we're doing, subscribe, comment, leave a like. If you want to suggest anything for us to review, you guys can always leave a comment, and we can get anything. Do you want us to review?
Check us out on Facebook at Vapors Corner.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page now, Vapors Corner.
Yep.
So,
and yeah, just be sure to just subscribe and like the video.
So keep on vaping, YouTube.